Hello there, and welcome to another Starfield ship review video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the Endeavour, or in my case, the Endeavour 3. So the number just denotes a tier increase. So for instance, the Endeavour 3, my one has a reactor of 26 power, whereas if you have the Endeavour 1 or 2, it'll have a lower reactor. Aside from that, the ship will be aesthetically the exact same. But yeah, just looking at it, it's a Nova Galactic vessel, and judging by the configuration, probably one of the first Nova Galactic vessels they've made. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty bare bones. I have the my variant here is 115k, and that's the Endeavour 3. So I'm assuming the Endeavour 1 will be like a lot cheaper. So this could be a decent kind of first purchase. Looking at the stats though, before I confirm whether it's a decent purchase or not, it's got a fuel of 75, which is absolutely abysmal. That basically isn't enough fuel to get most places, so you'd have to upgrade the fuel immediately. It's got a hull of 684, which is kind of impressive, considering it's... Well, yeah, just considering that it's what it is, I suppose. It's got a cargo capacity of 730, which again makes me think that it's supposed to be like a... I don't know, like an entry-level kind of ship, like if you're upgrading from the Frontier. Like, it's a decent platform, because it's got, like, decent engines, it's got a good layout, so you can mount a lot more weapons on it. But yeah, the cargo is still a bit slow. I'd probably swap out that cargo for some extra fuel, if I'm being completely honest with you. So, A-class reactor with 26 power, which is... It's not the best. It's not bad, but considering, like... I want to say there's, like, the highest A-class reactor you can get in the game is, like, 30 plus. So you could definitely do with upgrading the reactor. It can only house a crew of 2, which, just looking at the layout currently, you could, if you want to, upgrade it to a higher crew capacity. There seems to be a single 2x1 there, just behind the bridge. You could swap that out. It's got a jump range of 26 light years, which is really good, if not for the fact that the fuel won't let you jump that far. And it's got shields of 715, which is actually quite impressive for an A-class. I think the highest A-class is around maybe 1,000 shield, so not too bad. And then it's got laser weapons and ballistic. It's got a pair of laser weapons there on the landing gear. And then it's got a single ballistic auto cannon in the middle. So first glance, it seems like an interesting ship. So we're going to purchase it. Like I said, this one cost me 115,000. That's taking into account the various perks I have. Yours may be a little bit cheaper or more expensive depending on the level of it and the perk and your perks. So I found this here in Cydonia. We are on Mars right now. No, that's the wrong button. We are here on Mars. On Cydonia, we zoom out. You guys should know where Mars is. There's Earth there. That's not Earth, that's Mercury. There's Earth there. That's feed. Ignore me. Yeah, this is this is the Sol system, and there's Alpha Centauri there. But yeah, let's really quickly jump to Alpha Centauri so we can get a better look at the ship. Alright, so here we are here. So it's just looking at it's a cool profile. It's very Nova Galactic style. They have that their layout where it's kind of like Arrowhead, but not always. It's got those landing gear, which I really wish they would have colored them in. Some of the Nova Galactic ships, they do actually color them in to match, but most of them they don't. So just looking at it, it does seem like this is like an upgrade from the Frontier. You get a little bit more space and some more stuff, but yeah. Let's try not to break my legs as I go down here. So entry underneath in a Nova Galactic hangar, cargo bay. It's got a ladder up, so let's climb it. So I'm not expecting a lot in the interior of this ship because it is quite small. So immediately we have a 1x1 storage room, which leads to a docking bridge up there above.
Want to hear one of my stories?
No, I don't, Barrett, thank you.
Want to tell me?
And then we have I believe this is an all-in-one berth, or potentially a living quarters.
Excellent to see you.
I think it's an all-in-one berth just because there's no bathroom. But yeah, if you plan on making this like a ship you want to rock around in, I'd recommend upgrading this to a crew compartment, control room. And then we have the Nova Galactic Bridge.
Books for me?
Hello, Cora. Why are you here? We've got a really cool, I love this Nova Galactic Bridge. We've got the pilot seat there, and then we've got the co-pilot and the navigator. See, they sit like down slightly in little divots so that you can like look over their work and stuff. Good job, Cora. Thank you. Yo, Sam, can you keep an eye on your child, please? I'm trying to do a review. Anyway, let's take off. So it'll be interesting to see how the reactor handles. Engines look, they don't look very promising, but we shall see. Okay, so pip-wise isn't too bad.
Pumping retros. Orbit achieved. Done.
Okay, I had to do a quick jump there briefly just to fix something. So looking at the... I have a perk that increases my power by 5, so for the sake of that, we're not going to be using 5 power. So this current reactor, you don't have enough to power everything, which is kind of annoying. So you've got a single ballistic weapon there, and then you've got a pair of those lasers. It's not a bad base setup. Like in the early game, if you've upgraded from the Frontier, this wouldn't be a bad ship because those lasers are pretty beefy. They're the Singes, I believe, and then you can't go wrong with this ballistic cannon. So we have a base speed of 150. We have a boost speed of... Okay, it looks like a boost speed around 600, which is interesting. That didn't feel fast. I think it's the smaller engines that had a hard time pushing us. Agility test, we have... Okay, yeah, this is quite agile. That's like... I'd say that's like an 8 easily in the pitch. Yaw is a little slower, maybe like a 7. And then obviously we got the roll, which rolls quite well. Alright, so we're going to go down to the planet now and do a quick teardown. Okay, so here we are in the ship breakdown. We've got 3 tiers as usual. So in the top tier, the only like habitat module we have is the NG2 Docker from Nova Galactic. And then as for the other like modules that aren't habitat, we've got a deflector SG-50 shield from Sextant Shield Systems, A-Class 715 max shield. We've got an R4000 Alpha Grav Drive from Relodyne, A-Class 27 jump thrust, which gives us 26 in the current configuration. We've got a pair of these White Dwarf 1010 engines from Relodyne, A-Class, almost 8,000 engine thrust, 7,950, and then 2535 maneuvering thrust. So then in the middle of the vessel, we have the Megalyn C1 cockpit, 200 cargo, 2 crew stations. We have this Nova Galactic all-in-one berth, 2x1B, and we have a Nova Galactic storeroom 1x1. Now, if it was up to me, and I was making this my personal ship, I would immediately swap out that 2x1 for a Nova Galactic control station to basically bump up the crew. But obviously that's completely up to you. You don't have to do that. Weapon-wise, we've got a pair of these Singe P 4 megawatt pulse lasers from Lightsite, A-Class 1500 range, 6.65 fire rate, and 16 shield damage at 4 power each. They're a bit power hungry, but they're pretty decent for what the job they do. And then we've got this KE-31 cannon from Ballistic Solutions, A-Class 1500, 3.49 fire rate, 27 hull damage, and 4 max power. Now I would recommend, just looking in here, I would probably swap it out for the... That's the... I don't know if we have the KA4... What is it? The KA31? Yes, the KA31 here, it has a power of 4. I'd probably swap it out for the KE20. You lose a little bit. It's 27 versus 7, but it's a lot less power. Actually, looking at the stats, maybe not. I'd probably swap it for the autocannon variant, though, because autocannon is just better. And then, yeah, as for other stuff, we've got another pair of these same engines, exact same stats as before. We've got the 154 toroidal reactor from Dogstar A-Class, 26 power. Just going to see real quick if we can get a better engine, just so we are a better reactor. So, which one was that? Sorry, that was the 154. Okay, so yeah, so we have a 164 here. That would be like a straight upgrade that gives us an extra 3 power. And then obviously for A-Class we have, there's another one. This one here, the Spheral, gives us 33. Yeah, so you have options to upgrade. You can stay with this kind of style reactor and get 3 extra, or you could get up to 30. And then as for storage, we've got this 300 cm ballast cargo hold from Sexton Chill System, 320 cargo. And then this extremely abysmal HE3 tank from Titan, 350. It's a Nautilus 75 fuel. I would probably, actually, I would definitely swap this out. Or let me see here. What could we do? Okay, so I'd probably swap it for this one. Now you're getting a lot more mass, but it doesn't seem to affect the mobility at all. This is the H3 Atlas HE3 tank. Similar size. It's 400 grav as opposed to 75. See, yeah, I'd do that. And then that seems to be it for that level. And then the final level, we just have the NG6 landing bay and the 100 cm ballast cargo hold. So all in all, it's a pretty interesting ship. It's a cool design. It seems like it's supposed to be like an entry-level ship. You know, you're going up from the frontier, you want something new. It's definitely a good ship for first-time buyers if you're looking for a ship to maybe mess around with the shipbuilder. You have like a lot of spots here. You can like swap these weapons out. You've got another spot up here. You can put some weapons there. You could technically put some weapons here and here. So you've got like a lot of room here. Main takeaway would be to definitely upgrade your reactor. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think of this ship in the comments. Have you flown it? Have you been trying to look for it? Or have you seen it as like, nah, better ships on the horizon? Don't forget to subscribe and check out some of my other reviews. As always, thanks for watching.